And y'all were look, I hit it. I'm so like not ready to do this. Y'all were expecting Josh, and that just did not happen. You got me tonight. I have no idea what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do this first. So that beautiful intro was brought to y'all by one Mr. Nick Ellis, formerly of Two Brothers Comics. So Josh had something pop up tonight last minute and is not going to be able to make it. So it's probably going to be a short show. I do got some books to talk about. Some things I probably need to sell Matt Posey on because I do see him in the chat. And we will just go from there. What up, Tots? Mr. Posey. Why are you watching on Facebook? You know you're supposed to be watching on YouTube. Long live Team YouTube. That goes back to the old quiz show days. I'm actually looking at like some of the stuff that we've got in the side over here. And I do miss some of these these things. Yeah, we really need to get one of those done for Shop Talk. That would be so cool. Before we do get started talking about books, for those of y'all that do not know, and I'm pulling it up over here on the side so I can get the link and everything. So we recently created a Discord channel or Discord server. Y'all are more than welcome to jump in there. We kind of keep the conversation going all the time. Yeah, there are some downtimes and everything, but it is a fun place to hang out. I do post pretty much daily news articles of stuff that I run across. So we've got sections for memes. Whatever y'all want to do, whatever y'all want to talk about, jump in there. We got multiple categories. We're currently working on putting together some like games as far as Old Gods of Appalachia, because we do want to get that game up and running and see how we do there. Our boy Tots is working on all that stuff for us. That's where we're at. But yeah, y'all join the Discord and we can keep the conversation going. We've only got like 15 members so far, but it's been fun. We've had a blast talking about it. One thing that I did post in Discord earlier today is it's looking like, let me go to the actual article itself. So Daredevil, and the article is literally from IGN. It's Daredevil Cold Day in Hell gives Matt Murdock the Dark Knight Returns treatment. I'm personally looking forward to that. A lot of y'all know I am a big Daredevil fan. One of the things that I brought to show off was I picked this up from Josh over the weekend. I am like thoroughly torn. I want to open it so bad, but at the same time, do I really want to open it? Chances are it's going to get open and set up. I just don't know if it's going to be set up on my desk at work or if it's going to be set up at the house. Oh, speaking of the house, don't know what's actually fixing to happen yet, but we had people show up and start doing site surveys, and we may actually be getting fiber internet. We don't know if it's going to be AT&T or Google. I really don't care which one. I'm hoping it just hurries up and it's here by summer, and then I will be changing studios and actually start getting to do the show from the house. We'll just have to wait and see how that all works out. Matt Posey and Tots. I think we're good. This is going, like I said, this is going to be a quick show tonight. The more y'all interact, the longer I'll stay on. But until the interacting starts, let's just go ahead and jump into some comic books and talk about them. I did read these like a week ago, so I do need to do a quick refresher on this particular book. And oh yeah, we've got Daredevil issue 18. Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. Why is that so blurry? And I promise y'all, if I get to start doing this show from the house, I'm going to have a better camera at the house. But in this particular issue, Matt is still battling the 7 deadly sins that escaped hell with him. Oh yeah, you're like preaching to the choir on that. I had a book with them for almost a year at one point. I hate paying for Express, but sometimes you do what you got to do. But yeah, like I said, I had a book with them one time. It was a Wolverine number. Was it? It was either my Wolverine number one or it was a Gen 13 variant cover that I had with them for. I want to say it was there for close to a year. It might have been my Web of Spider-Man number one. I can't remember which one. But no, you're 100% right. They do take forever. Um, But Matt is still dealing with the 7 deadly sins. Right now, he is dealing with, was it pride? Which one is it? The one that is basically possessed Foggy. Um, but he does end up saving Foggy. It's kind of, him and Foggy are reunited. I'm trying to see exactly which sin that was. But I mean, Daredevil has been fun. Daredevil, I was actually talking to somebody over the weekend, and Daredevil has been one of those books that I don't know how they've pulled it off, but if you literally go back to the old, like when Stan Lee first started the Daredevil run back in '64, other than one particular storyline that was there toward the beginning where Stan Lee tried to explain that Daredevil was actually Matt Murdock's twin brother, which was kind of a goofy storyline, and it was the way they had the twin brother acting as like the swashbuckling hero, traveler extraordinaire, and all that. Other than that little storyline that Stan Lee himself did, Daredevil has been solid since the '60s. I mean, has been a great book. Always been a big fan of Daredevil. Love it. We've got to be getting closer to wrapping up the 7 deadly sins storyline. And one thing that I do want to mention and show off right quick is, well, I guess really not show it off, which this is on the Discord, but I ran across this the other day and posted it to Discord. I will share my screen right quick. Yeah, there we go. Let's share screen. And that right there we got Daredevil Born Again coming up. The first 2 episodes are, I think, 9 p.m. Central or 8 p.m. Central, March 4th, which is this coming Tuesday. And no, Nick, no. You have the book section for that. Stay out of the general category. Go to the book section. But the one thing that I noticed was, and I did not pick this up when I first saw the trailer, and I know that, wait a minute, there you go. You should be able to see my pointer now. Right up here on the far left, I was thinking for some reason this was the armor, like the Daredevil armor, but that one's actually down here. And if this person is right, and that is the Hand of God suit, if we see the Hand of God suit, y'all can ask Josh. I'm going to have a come apart. I'm probably going to be curled up in the corner, crying, jumping up and down, screaming, because the Red Fist storyline, the Hand of God, all that stuff that Zdarsky did was absolute perfection. One of my favorite, to me, after what Zdarsky did with his Daredevil run, he deserves to be up there with Stan Lee, Roy Thomas, and those guys in that conversation. Just brilliant. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Daredevil show and see if we get the Hand of God suit. Now, next up on the list is, this one was, what was going on in this book? I mean, I read it. I liked it because I do like these books. Like I said, I read these a week ago. Oh, we got G.I. Joe issue number 4 from the, and this is the Energon verse storyline. We're starting to see how I say we're getting more and more and more of that manipulative Cobra Commander. He's already changing things up. He's already brought the twins and Destro together, even though they really and truly don't like each other. I like the way they're doing Cobra Commander in this. He's more of a threat than the whole Cobra Commander that we grew up with in the cartoon series. I still like the Real American Hero Cobra Commander, but this one is definitely sly and manipulative. We do there is one moment in here, and hey, here comes your spoiler. I'm about to spoil something for y'all if you have not read it yet. But and I cannot think of her name to save my life. We do get another Dreadnought in this issue. We get Ripper. Let's jump to it. Chameleon. I believe Chameleon was her name. It is looking like it is not Destro and Baroness together, but it is Chameleon and Destro together, because she does call him lover in it. So we'll have to see how that plays out. That's going to be a little weird, but then again, Baroness is on Team G.I. Joe in this particular storyline. I really enjoy these split pages like this. That I like the fact, and this is one of those, this is just personal preference type deal. I do enjoy when you have a cover that is actually representative of the comic book itself and not just something thrown together. The cover makes sense with the book. And yeah, Matt, it has been really, really good so far. I'm enjoying the direction they're going with it. It's a little too big to show off, to bring actually haul down here and show it off, but I did pick up that particular night. I think it's the Night Attack Jeep. I picked that up. I got the Hasbro Pulse. I'm happy. Josh knows what it knows the things that makes me happy when it comes to my nerd collecting. Sorry, I got a text from Josh. You know what? Let's go behind the scenes. I'm just going to read you all the texts that I got from Josh. Josh did pick up a couple of collections this past weekend. I was there for one of them. It was really cool, and I've got a book from that collection I'm going to show off here in a minute. But says he picked up an ASM 194, first appearance of Black Cat, Red Sonja #1, Savage She-Hulk #1, Shayna the She-Devil #1, Tarzan #1, and 2 copies of Hulk 180 and a bunch of other books. And looks like a really good run of ASM, some stuff from the 70s and 80s, and got most of Star Wars issue 1 through 50. Josh, if you're still watching, is that the current, I'd say more current 1 through 50, or would that be like the what came out in the, what was it, 70s, 80s, that era? Let's moving right on. I don't know how I feel about Nightwing's head here. His hair looking all funky and everything. It just don't look right, but this is the inside cover to it. So this was, just one of those deals they did. Another solid issue. I like what Waters is doing with Nightwing. It feels a little darker. It feels a little, I don't know. You would just have to read it. In this particular issue, Nightwing is still dealing with the gangs. He's trying to keep everybody separated. He's trying to help everybody out, keep the peace. So the Bloodhaven police force does not unalive all of them, because the Bloodhaven police force has really and truly become its own gang now, because they are being supplied some toys. I'm going to say toys because that's better than the other word that may not get around the YouTubes. But one thing, and it's going on in, that's just a really cool shot right there. But I did notice it, and I think just about all the DC, well, I only had one other DC book, I think, this week. Somewhere right around there. Yeah, I only had one other DC book. In the back of it, we do get a sneak peek at Absolute Flash, and it is Wally West. And from what I've read, Wally West is the only Flash in the Absolute universe. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know if they're going to show off more. So we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, like a mirror version. If we wanted to, like, for people that aren't reading the G.I. Joe Energon or G.I. Joe Real American Hero, It's almost like it's their own absolute universe, but they did get started before DC's absolute. Let's see. What up, Mike? Josh is not with us tonight, but hey, you are just in time because my next book on the list was Wonder Woman issue 18. I really enjoy what's going on with Wonder Woman. I love the way that it's been written. I love the art. I think it's great. But one thing about Tom King is when he is telling a story, he takes his time telling that story. And yes, we are on issue 18 and we're still not toward the end. I don't even think you could really and truly justifiably say there's been 6 issue story arcs, but I like that. I like when they can just one continuous story, one after another. Every single issue actually means something. In this particular issue, the Sovereign is in the Oval Office and Wonder Woman's on her way to see him. They're trying to stop her and she's taking them out left and right. One thing that I did think was cool, yeah, it's taking a very long time. I mean, this is one of those that you got to be in it for the long haul, definitely. And I wouldn't, if somebody wanted to pick up Wonder Woman now, I don't even know if you really and truly should, unless you plan on going back through and getting all of the back issues, because you literally need every single thing that's going on in this. Great shot right there, great spread. She is getting ready to fight Darkseid's daughter. But Wonder Woman has other plans because on Wonder Woman's side and coming out of nowhere is Cheetah. It's a fight that Wonder Woman doesn't even have to have, which I thought is great. They are going to have to square off at some point. And it literally ends with, it says Fury Part 4. I mean, honestly, if you went and got part 1, 2, and 3 and read them, you're still really and truly not going to know what's going on unless you've been reading the entire series. But it's been a great series. If there is a jumping off point coming up anytime soon, I'll let y'all know. If you do want to invest the time and the money to track down the first 17 issues, I mean, it's highly worth the read. I mean, this has just been a great series. I know that some people are, Tom King can be a little controversial. You either love him or you hate him. And when I say controversial, it's just more of, say, his writing styles and everything else. What up, Mr. Spears? Hey, I'm Joshless tonight. If you got time, I can email you a link if you want to come on for a little while. But yeah, I mean, Wonder Woman has been absolutely fantastic. I mean, just really good. Next up, and I know that this book really, I think everybody picked up One World Under Doom. Sending it to you now, Mark. Give me just a second. Ooh. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I think a lot of people jumped on Doom Academy. And I know that Haven had to order a second round of Doom Academy. But this was not what I thought it was going to be. It really wasn't. Give me just a second. Yeah, it's on its way to you now, Mark. This is not what I thought it was going to be. It's because I never read Strange Academy, so I really didn't know what to expect. I thought it was really cool. No, Adam, I have not seen it yet. Last week's show, we had a couple of guys on that we're friends with, Matt Posey being one of them. He really enjoyed it. If you got time to go back and watch last week's show, you can get his and another Aaron's opinion on it. It's one of those. It's probably going to be a Disney Plus book to me. I mean, a Disney Plus movie to me. But yeah, Matt, I do agree. It was kind of disappointing, but to me, it was disappointing because it's not what I was expecting. One thing that I did like about it was everywhere they were, there was a portrait of Doom, and it literally come across as the portraits were staring at them. But if you did not read Strange Academy, which I did not read, and you are thinking about picking this up, think like Harry Potter in the Marvel universe. That's kind of the way that it comes across. That's kind of the way that it came across to me. But still, I mean, I'm into the One World Under Doom storyline, so I had to pick this up. And One World Under Doom is going to cover multiple books, but we'll just have to wait and see. I did like the kids in here are putting together a like a school newspaper. So I did like that. I thought it was a nice touch that the last page was the Doom Academy Dispatch. And we now have a special guest last minute. Had no idea this was going to happen tonight. We got one Mr. Marks.
Woo. My wife said I got 5 to 10 minutes because I got to go eat.
Well, now I saw something last night on Instagram, and since you're on here, I got to ask you about it. And okay. I don't know if you've already talked about it with the show that so if you can't talk about it right now, just tell me how I can't talk about that.
No, I can. The announcement that was last night. Yeah.
So tell me about them dreadnoughts.
I have an exclusive coming out. It'll be there at the expo. It'll come out about a month before, but that's where I'm going to start selling it, is at the expo. Is Zartan and the Dreadnoughts, and then there's a variant of it where Zartan's got the blue skin too. So
oh, nice.
Wish I could show you a picture. I don't have it pulled up or anything, but I'll send it. But yeah, y'all can show it next week or so when Josh is back and stuff. But yeah, I love it. I actually talked to Skybound today about doing some more G.I. Joe stuff, not exclusive. So that might be something down the road I'm doing as well. So, but this is on G.I. Joe, The Real American Hero. So
yeah,
it's on that one, because that book you can do the older looks, because the new book is, you only can do the new characters and their new outfits and all that stuff. So, and also got a Megatron coming out too around that time. I'm going to have so many cool things at the expo this year, man.
So and I could have swore that I saw it maybe on your Instagram. The expo is going to be the first show that you're doing this year.
Yep.
You don't have any appearances between now and then?
No, I've had a lot of requests, but I've decided I'm going to let the expo be the first one. So I know there's a lot of people flying in to see me. So it might be a big show. And the only other one after that I know I'm probably going to go to is, I believe I'm going to go to San Diego. But it's hard for me to do these other shows because, there's a show almost every week somewhere, and I get offered all those. It's just, I'm just too busy. You're having to take off for around 5 days, right? You got to do the show, you got to travel. And dude, I'm doing Spawn 77. I'm almost done with issue 1 of that. Then I'll have revisions and stuff, but I'm doing it and writing and do the interiors. And then I have my own, the monster book that I'm having to still do. And then every now and then I'm doing a cover. So it's just so much stuff. And I just signed with Spencer's Gifts and Spirit Halloween.
Really?
For Monsters. So Monsters merch and stuff will start showing up. And
nice.
I'm going to do stuff for their other IPs. So, they might have the IP for, let's say, Freddy Krueger, right? So they want a Freddy Krueger shirt. So, I would do something like that. So that's really cool. I was glad it took 5 months to come to fruition, but oh, my chair, I keep rolling off the thing. But yeah, it's so that's awesome. It was a dream come true. So that's going to be awesome to be in Spirit Halloween stores and Spencer stores and get my comp copies. Can't wait for that.
Now, and I don't know how that works, so this may just be a flat out stupid question, but I want to ask it anyway because I'm known for stupid questions. Will the stuff with Spirit Halloween and Spencer's, will it be regional or is that going to be nationwide distribution?
No, nationwide. Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yep. Or even if it's, I get, do they have those overseas, like in UK and stuff? I don't know. I guess it's here. I'm not sure. Are these very covers? For GI Joe is it's an exclusive cover. It's my own store exclusive. Basically, I've become my own retailer, and that will the Megatron is also an exclusive. So both of those will be at Expo, and then I worked today on two monster cover exclusives. Those will be at the Expo, and then we got Thundercats. I don't know if that's been announced though. Let's just pretend I
Now,
didn't say that. But there's going to be another one at the Expo. So lots of cool things at the Expo. And I'm going to limit them one each for each person because I know a lot of people are going to come and try to get those exclusives. So
yeah, I'll definitely be one of them, but I'm going to be there like camped out. So I have to get the first copy and then ferret it away. So this one right here from Daniel Major says, I'm curious, when you are asked to do a cover for a book, do they send you a copy or do you draw it blind without reading the issue?
no, they don't have the issue done. Usually. When I did some stuff for DC that was a year in advance, they actually had the issue done, but they won't let me see it. They would only give me screenshots of certain characters so I would know what they look like. But now it would be a lot easier because then you could actually, if you could read the book, then you go, wow, this big battle, I'm going to draw that on the cover or something. I think covers have lost a certain appeal that they had when we were younger, where back in the 80s and 90s, what was on the cover meant that that was going to happen on the inside, and they don't make them that way anymore.
Yep.
Like when I do a Spawn cover, it goes into a file for when they can use it later on. So it's just like they'll pick one out, going, okay, we're going to use that. So nothing. They try to make sure the character's probably going to show up in that issue, but you're not drawing what the script is on it. For Thundercats, they would read me a synopsis sometimes, and like I did a Silverhawks #5 and Hot Wing is on the cover and Mumbo Jumbo because they told me that those two characters are in the book, and that was it. So, and I just come up with a fight scene myself for it. But yeah, I wish it was different than that, but that's the way comics are made nowadays.
Now, as far as the expo is concerned, you're there for all 3 days, correct?
Yep. I'll be setting up that Thursday. And we're doing a thing where if a retailer's listening, Jeremy's going to give us a side room or something for people to set up because there's people saying they want to bring long boxes and stuff for me to sign, and I don't want that in the line because it would stop everything. So we're going to do like if you have a short box, a long box, got a lot for me to sign, you can do that. There'll be a special place you can go and set up everything. I can go in there and sign it all and do it real quick. I'll be offering remarks, graded signatures, regular signatures, and then full name signatures at the expo. I will have copies of, man, I got so many copies of all kinds of stuff I'll be bringing. I'll be bringing my Dynamite stuff. I'll be bringing the monster stuff. I'll be bringing DC stuff, Spawn stuff, everything. So
Let's see.
when will King Spot come out with Monsters 5? It will. Monsters 5 ships May. 4 will be in the end of March, and 5 will be May. And I just got 4 done last night with all the you had to turn it all into the printer, and I got it all ready. And I fixed it from the Kickstarter, like when the version you read, Alan, a long time ago.
Yeah.
There was a scene that bothered me is this guy's walking down the road, and it's supposed to be Alabama, and it looked more like a desert, like the mountains and stuff. So I went in and I added all greeny mountains, because that's what we see around here. So fix that up and little tweaks here and there when I get them ready for for print. So
See, that's been one of my favorite things about it is because was that last summer that
you, that you read it, yeah,
yeah, I think it was actually last summer that I read what you had sent me,
yeah.
and I'm rereading them now, and I'm spotting the differences on the stuff that you've changed,
Yeah.
and it's almost become like my own little twisted Where's Waldo game. I'm trying to find all the differences.
Which is different. Yeah, and I did that because I wanted the Kickstarter people or people who read that one to get a little bit extra, and like I added a page or two where I had trimmed them down for 20 or 22 pages that I had to do, and now I went and added those back, or like there'll be a panel I got rid of, and I'll be like, I'm going to throw that back in there now, because I have more freedom and more room. So that's been fun, and this was number 4 is probably my favorite of the 4 that's come out, because that's where the kids are really focused on and their little adventure.
Yeah.
And then you got the werewolf, and you've got the sheriff and all that. So that's where people who've read it said that's where it really starts for them. And I really thought when we were going to go for publication in comic book stores, I really was going to make number 4 number 1, and then somehow go back and show number 1 and 2 and 3 later on, like in flashbacks or something. But it just didn't work out well. Again, it was made when I made it. It was made more for a Kickstarter to where I had the audience. It was a captive audience. So if you bought all 8, you're going to read the whole thing anyways. So I could do it very slowly. I think 1's a good issue. 2 and 3 are good. They give you information, but 4 is where it goes. And I'll tell you, if you get number 4, it will take you all the way through 8. It's a roller coaster from 4 to 8 after that. So it's a pretty good series. And we've done we got the sales numbers coming in. We got over 75,000 units pre-ordered for number 4.
Nice.
So we beat out tons of independent hit series. We beat them out. So
Now,
awesome.
when you literally, uh, I guess when you were dealing with King Spot and y'all were, getting ready to release the first issue, or you were like, "Hey, this is what I've got" and everything.
Yep.
When did they, like, for lack of a better way to put it, like lay any type of ground rules about what you could and could not do, or they just like go ape and have fun?
They sent me their when you open up the issue, there's always on the inside, it's the little thing there that says, who the president or CEO and all that kind of stuff is. They sent me that, and that's it. I think, I got the top little black banner too. So whatever I was putting in the issue, I could put in it. So
Nice.
if I wanted, like I said, if I wanted to make number 4 number 1, I could have done it. So they basically print it. When I get it ready, I send them all the like files in TIFF format, so it's not compressed, and then they'll send those onto the printer, and that's it. That's all KinSpot's involved in it. So they make a good paycheck off of sending things to the printer. So uh, but it's all good. But yeah, it's interesting. I can do anything I want, which is nice. Um, and yeah, but again, it's I think, I control whatever is on it at all. I think on number 3, I even said, like, I don't even say it's me that's doing it. I say, who, on the illustrator, because I was like, I don't even know if anybody's reading this. So I'll just put, who's doing it. So yeah, it's been fun, man. I enjoy it. I love the monster series. I hope it keeps going. There's no reason not to. It's just, I don't know. I guess right now it would be more up to, do I end it with 8, which 8 ends on a cliffhanger, and give it some time and then come back to it, or do I just keep going because it's a big success? So, I don't know. I
I
know I
mean,
want to do another Kickstarter this year with another series. So
purely from a selfish collector's standpoint, I want you to keep going.
yeah,
But and it's and it's simply because I love the art and I love the story. So I don't want it to stop. But I know that that's a
no,
massive undertaking with all the other work that you have going on.
yeah, and that's a tough thing. But I always said if I could do monsters and that's it, that's what I would do. It would be more of a. I think I would. I mean, I already started number 9 and 10, and I know where I want to go with it. The only thing would be uh, some of the behind the scenes stuff with the publisher and stuff. If I want to continue it that way, but that's other stuff. But because they have a 4 year publishing rights to it. But other than that, no, I want to keep going. So I would go on in some form or fashion. But we'll see.
Now,
Oh,
and I just don't know how this aspect of it would work, or if it even does work this way. But with them having a 4 year publishing rights to it, at the end of 4 years, can you literally just take everything and say move it all to say like Image or somebody or Dark Horse or whoever?
anybody. Which yeah, and they can't publish anything like trade paperbacks or anything again. But I could right now. That's why I'm saying like I could actually like Monster and the Wolf's coming out, and I could take that to Image. Right, that's
Yeah,
a prequel series. I could actually end it at 8 and start over, calling it something totally different, like I don't know, like the darkness to come, but it's the next chapter of. You get what I'm saying? Of
yeah,
all that remains. So it's just, and then I still have everything because they only have the publishing rights for the name Mark Spears Monsters. They don't have the character.
gotcha.
So that's what I'm saying is like, do I, that's more of the stuff I have to iron out to see what I want to do because they are making a lot of money on it. So we'll have to see. But there it will find a way in some form or another. Because again, it's a huge success. And I would like, to keep doing it. Monster and the Wolf, I think it's going to be great. I'm working on it right now. I just pulled up some of my pages. So I'm trying to get it all finished to get to the letterer, to get that done, and then I want that to come out in retail stores sometime this year as well, probably toward the end of this year. So
No, we got Matt Posey over here wanting to get 100 issues of Monsters.
I got 100 issues, not all the same issue though, but I got 100 issues of Monsters Go, and like that's my plan. Is I would like to end it around 100. That would be really cool, because that's a big mass collection right there. You can just say I got all 100 issues. That would be really nice. How long that would take? What is it? 12 issues a. Well, no, see, Monsters is actually what 6 issues is 6 issues a year, but that could change because working on Spawn, I'm getting faster. So I think I could actually do a monthly book of monsters if I had to.
Oh, that's
I could
cool.
get I
So
could get 12.
Matt
So
Posey's wondering, are you going to do a Frankenstein prequel?
that's in Monster and the Wolf. It will show you how Frankenstein was made, who he really is. There's a lot of secrets, a lot of twists and turns in it. Um, I really, really like it because I couldn't spend time on Monsters with it because Monsters is a certain story that I'm telling that I couldn't really deviate and say, okay, now I'm going to tell you all about Frankenstein over here because he's more of a side character in it. But in Monster and the Wolf, he's a major, major character. So, and that will come out. Like I said, I want to say around October is probably what we'll shoot for. Um, so that will be later this year, and it's going to be pretty good. I think it could have issue one could have 100,000 sales. Who knows? Our free comic book day is up to 168,000 units.
Nice.
So Yeah, that's going to be great. It features my clown character that I got, and Monster Slayers in it. So yeah, that's gonna be huge. I think that's some great advertising for the series.
Now there was, and I could have swore I saw a cover for Monster and the Wolf on Instagram. There is one that you have on here, but it's Dracula is on the cover.
You can go to the website. If you type in markspearsmonsters.com, it takes you to the Kickstarter and you can see all the covers there. Sadly, all those covers are. I'm only going to use those covers for the Kickstarter because a lot of people have requested that. But I had some good covers in that. I hate that they're never going to be seen again. But maybe I
So
could recolor them or something. I don't know.
I'm actually going to share this link and everything. And Matt Posey did ask earlier. I think it was Matt Posey asked at the expo, are you going to have any of your trading cards?
Yep, I got some which because I just sent out the trading cards from the Kickstarter where I had those as add-ons, and I do have some trading cards left over. And instead of sending them to Amazon and stuff, I'm going to sit on them and bring them to the expo. So yeah, I got some boxes.
Well, now I am going to tell y'all, and I'm going to be completely and totally honest about it. I have got a pack of unopened Mark Spears Monsters cards at the house. And if he sells out, which I'm hoping he does sell out, I will sell mine, but I'm not taking a penny less than 5,000 because it's unopened, right?
I'm also going to be doing which around the expo I'll have a little sign up and stuff. But I did the ad for it tonight that'll go inside the book. I'm going to do another Kickstarter for the next series of cards that'll be out around October.
Nice.
And it'll be Halloween edition 2026, but they'll come out this year. So,
All right, so we've got the Kickstarter pulled up. Are these the variants you were talking about?
yeah, all those are covers. Yeah.
Nice. Hey, is that
Kali.
the the blue chick from was it the Golden Voyage of Sinbad?
Yeah, that's her.
Well, I pulled that one out of my rear end. Oh crap!
And that actually, I did the swords based on that Voyage of Sinbad because I like how that one had the swords, the statue. So I gave her
Yep.
all those kind of the swords. You know?
See, that's one thing that I like about this is you're pulling so much stuff from my childhood.
Yeah, which is my childhood too. So yeah, I try to incorporate a lot of things like that
So,
nostalgia that I like.
are we going to have a Jason and the Argonauts cover?
That would be neat. Who knows? Maybe.
That is gorgeous. All right, and this is people can still back this, correct?
They can actually back. I think there's a few books left because what I did is some things had 100 issue print run, some of them had 200. So
Yep.
whatever's left, they could still maybe grab some of those. I know they can get like the digital and stuff like that. But yeah, people are still backing it. It ended at 248, I think, and now we're at 266 or 268, something like that.
Yeah,
266.
266.
Man, $250,000. I never would have guessed that. It's and I have so many people wanting to back the stuff that's already taken. They would have, if I had more. Which I'm learning my lesson for this year. I think we'll do another one again from November to December. But I'm learning more about the Kickstarter and what you need to have and everything. So we'll probably have one. We'll probably have one even bigger next year at that time. So it'll be awesome. Was never a 1 through 3 option. There is at the end. There was a 1 through 3 option that we added like the last week, where you could get 3 different number 1, 2, and 3. We waited that to the end because um, I had to have them be separate covers. I couldn't offer the same cover twice in two different bundles because of the limited amount. That was the problem. So,
Wow, so
but
there's going to be 27 covers.
yep, for 3 issues. So it's a lot of well, but that's probably not everything that even I added at the end. So many people wanted more and more covers, but it's more complicated because if you only had like two or three covers per issue, it's so much easier.
Yeah.
Well, you can get those again. It'll be in retail, so you'll be pleasantly surprised when you get to read them at retail. So
Yeah, I'm scrolling through some of these now, and a lot of these are sold out as far as the level that you can back.
yeah, I haven't even checked it lately to see what was even left, but I know that they were going even back in December. They were almost gone.
Well, like the digital edition of 1 through 3 is still left.
Yeah, because that doesn't have a limit, so you can always
Yeah.
get the digital. But and I think someone back the other day and got like the APs. I do these 24 by 36 canvas artist proof of the cover, so you can hang it in your house. It'll be a one of one. Um, and someone got two of those the other day. I saw. So
Nice.
all right, I got a few more minutes because my wife is in there wanting me to go eat with her. So
Well, you go spend time with the wife because I know how
I
busy
know.
you are trying to get everything done.
I'll
And
we'll schedule a time. I'll come on here, man. We'll when Josh is back or just you or whatever, and we'll sit and talk some more, and we'll talk more about the expo and stuff because that's going to come up here pretty soon, man. Just about two
yeah,
months.
we'll definitely get you back on just before the expo, and then we'll just spend the weekend together hanging out at Civic Center.
That sounds awesome.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on for a few minutes.
I enjoy it all the time. So, man, catch you later. Thanks a lot,
See ya.
Alex.
So that was like completely and totally unexpected and unplanned. So that was fun. I like it when stuff like that happens. I mean, I invited Nick Ellis on and ended up with Mark Spears, so I definitely got an upgrade on that one. Um, so I really and truly only have 3 books left. And like I said, it was probably going to be a short night. I was really and truly did not know what was going to happen tonight. I even told y'all in the beginning I didn't know. So we'll do these last 3 books and we'll just see what happens after that. Next up was Flash Gordon issue number 6. And if you're not reading Flash Gordon, you're just not reading a good comic book. This thing has been phenomenal, all 6 issues. I love what Mad Cave and Adams is doing with it. It's just been so much fun, and I don't know what else to say about it. I don't know how to make y'all read this comic book. And I wished I did because I know a lot of y'all would absolutely love it. Josh, I know you would love it if you read it. Matt Posey, if you're not reading it, you need to read it because I know you would love it. Adam Aykroyd, I don't know you, but I'm going to say you would probably like it too. Next up is, and y'all know that I've not been a fan of the Marvel Red Band because there's really nothing in them to me that has been truly what I would consider Red Band worthy. Nothing that you can't pick up on any independent AWA book anytime you want to. But I have been enjoying this one. And that is Daredevil Unleashed. That's the Elektra story. This one was dark. It was grittier than the first issue. It was closer to what, to me, the only thing red band about this is um, the story itself. It can be really dark. Muse, who is unalived, is possessing someone, and they are kind of carrying on Muse's legacy. I know that we are going to get a version of Muse in the Disney Plus show. If Muse is done right, Muse is extremely dark and sadistic. So I'm really curious as to how Disney Plus is going to do that. That's one of those that I'm kind of, hey, now we could really go somewhere. To me, Muse is just like in this book right here. It is a horror story. That is a character waiting on a good horror story. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, there's a couple of scenes that you're kind of okay. I see where they tried to go there as far as say the artwork is concerned. But if anything, the story itself, just because of what Muse is doing, would be closer to the Red Band as far as Marvel is concerned. I know it would never happen, but I would love to see what would happen if Muse and Sin Eater started working together. I think we could go truly dark horror with that, and I just would be all for it. The last book. Oh, the last book. The last book was a backroom deal at Haven, and it was my boy Dustin Ellis who had brought a bunch of books up to Haven, and I walked away with this one, and it was definitely the purchase of the weekend. Is it a big boy book? No, it's not. It's not a big boy book. Don't get excited. It's probably $5 to $10 book, if anything. It might even be a $2 book, but regardless, it's my book now because of Dustin Ellis, and that is Daredevil 238, The Mutant Massacre. The only Daredevil book that Dustin had in his collection because of Sabretooth is now mine, and I'm happy and content. Love it. Love the book. Thank you, Dustin. You are a god among men when it comes to collecting stuff. This was literally what I picked up Saturday. And as far as I was concerned, it was the best Saturday that I could possibly have had. So what else we got? Anybody want to talk about anything? We got Daredevil starting Tuesday night. There was also a lot of other news, which I have posted on Discord. We got our boy Aaron. He is on Discord also. A fantastic conversation with him the other night on there about things that are going on, DC movies and TV shows. Y'all definitely jump on the Discord chat. Join us there. Tots is a sheriff on there, like moderator, all that good stuff. Yeah, that was good too. I like the way that look. I want to see a little closer to the ring, but I mean, I saw several photos zoomed in. I like the fact that it's not overly done. To me, the way they've done the power ring, if that truly is the power ring, it's got almost got like a simplistic beauty to it, I thought. Oh yeah, that original series, and they're saying that the Disney Plus Daredevil series is just as dark, and in some aspects a little bit darker. So I'm looking forward to that, and I know that they have announced a Punisher special with John Bernthal. So I don't know if they're going to, I don't know if they're going to keep him back for specials and to fill in, or how they're actually going to do that. That's interesting. I would like to see that. You know what? I know that you posted it on Instagram, and I'll just pull up your Instagram and show everybody what we're actually talking about. If I could spell. Come on, there we go. So it's not going to be a it's definitely a Punisher special from the what I read earlier today, and I think I've got it posted on Discord also. But this is what Legion and I are talking about. And you really can't tell because, I mean, I know this just is not a good picture, but a couple of folks have zoomed in and you can actually see the power ring on his hand. And I would definitely try to find it. If y'all want a really good Instagram page to follow, I would follow Legion. Y'all know he also has a YouTube channel and puts out tons of content there that is awesome. But he also puts out a ton of stuff on Instagram, and he's got like a really good Instagram page going. This one right here, the Ashcan edition, I read this last week and I thought it was great. To me, this is how you do an Ashcan. It was really, really, really good as far as wanting me to see more of the story. I like the way they kind of, I don't want to give a ton away, but the way they kind of did the switch between the characters, I think that that was really cool, and I cannot wait to see where they go from there with it. So let's stop that. We will go back here, and I will grab this for Mike Weslowski, and then post it up one more time, and then I will probably end up getting out of here. This was already more than what I was expecting tonight. Thank you, Mark Spears. I love you, brother. Paste. So there's the link for Discord. Y'all join it. Now that you mention it, yeah, kinda. But some of those, I mean, is that an actual shot from the show, or is that going to be? Is that just a promotional? I mean, we'll just kind of have to wait and see. I honestly, I mean, I liked a lot of the CW stuff. I'll be honest with you, I really did. Some of it started to kind of die down some there toward the end, and I did start losing interest in it. Yeah, yes. He did do a cover for Absolute Batman. Oh, what are we talking about, Matt? I know that Mark Spears did a cover for Green Lantern, but we were talking about the show that's getting ready to come up. I mean, I can go back to. Awesome. See you there. Let's see if I can find. I don't think it was. I think Legion posted a copy of it. I think the show is it's going to be one of the HBO Max shows. Yeah, because it's all part of what James Gunn is doing. Was this? Yeah, here we go. I can show you this one. I don't know which book this actually was. But we'll do this so y'all can see it. This was the Green Lantern that Mark Spears did. A couple of variant covers. I think these were the 1 in 25s. Yep. No, Daniel Major's right, the Gunverse. Let's see if he had anything else on here. I thought. Maybe not. Let's go to Mark Spears' Instagram, see what he's got up. We'll just do some Instagram stalking for the night. How's that sound to y'all? We'll do some Instagram stalking and see how it goes. Yeah, this is the Absolute Batman cover that he did, Matt. Let's see. Now, this one right here was just announced the other day, I believe. This is Vampirella coming out. Yeah, I don't know. It would not surprise me any if he's got copies of this at the expo. I don't know if it was like a 1 in 25 or any of that stuff. I don't know if it was just like a cover B or something. or it might have been a KRS Comics exclusive because I saw them tagged in it. See, this is that the monster and the wolf. Let's see. This is issue 2 right here. See, I like that one with the werewolf nailed up on the M. Mark does some fantastic covers. He definitely knows how to pull out the inner child. Now, that's a cool Wizard of Oz cover. Wicked, whatever you want to call it. Let's see, and I like that too. Oh, got a little video. Let's see what the little video is showing. I guess he's just doing the hand of the creature. See, stuff like that just blows me away to be able to do that. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, and he definitely he sees color like nobody else. I mean, he really does. And yeah, we've talked about it before, and I have no idea how it worked out. I mean, this was one of those that I never would have imagined something like this would happen. But yeah, I did get to read Monsters almost a year ago. And then to see it blow up the way that it has, I am as happy as I can possibly be for Mark. He deserves it. One of the nicest guys. The Mad Hatter Kickstarter cover. Oh, that thing was friggin' wicked looking. Oh no, I've already got something else pulled up there. We can. I'll go pull it up right quick for everybody to see, and then we'll get out of here not too long after that. I mean, an hour for a solo show that ended up being a guest spot that went back to a solo show. I've done pretty good. And Matt Posey accused me of drinking. What? I mean, prices are negotiable, but if you want that unopened pack of Mark Spears monster cards, $5,000's the starting off point. I mean, we can go up, we can go down. I mean, just depends. Let's see. I'm scanning now. I've got it pulled up. Now, see, I'll just go ahead and share my screen. Y'all would rather see my screen than actually see me. I like this one because he did the 3D effect to it from like the old 3D movies when I was a kid that you had to go get the glasses for. I just think that is so cool. You get the glasses at the, you can get them at like gas stations or whatever. I'm going to have to see if I can sweet talk somebody into one of those 3D covers with those glasses. See, there's one of the Mad Hatter covers, but there's another one that's a close-up. There it is. Yeah, it's not going to let me zoom in on it. Oh, come on. Stop it. Yeah, that Mad Hatter is wicked. Definitely like that one. Well, Josh might sell you his for $4,000. I mean, we'll just have to all get together in a room and hash out the price. I mean, Josh, if you end up watching the replay or if you're still on, I mean, I feel like $4,000 for your unopened pack of Mark Spears trading cards is reasonable. I mean, the reason why mine are $5,000 is because he literally put them in my hand himself. Well, he obviously did not clear that with me first. I mean, in order to get the price that I want, I got to drive his price up also. So that was it. I hope y'all had fun tonight. We'll call it an early night. We'll be back with Josh next week. Everything works out. God willing, the creek don't rise. And then we will go from there. But I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Was not expecting to talk to Mark. It's just a good night all around. I'm supposed to play like a little outro video and all this other stuff. I'm looking for it. Hey, do y'all remember this one? For the OGs out there? I gotta play one for y'all every once in a while. Do we have an outro? Yeah, we have an outro. I think it was, what was it? Where was it? I can't find it. Where's it at? There it is. Oh, wait a minute. I got one more comment. Let me see what the comment was. Oh, yeah. Lord, he truly has. I'll be honest with you. He truly has. I found the outro video, and there it is.